Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and Kanye West was trending this Super Bowl Sunday, and not for a performance or a commercial. Kanye West was trending because of a bunch of Instagram posts he decided to put out going after Pete Davidson and his wife, Kim Kardashian. Now, for those of you out of loop, Kim Kardashian is now dating Pete Davidson because Kim's been trying to get a divorce for a very long time, and Kanye is just not having it. He's stalling every which way he can. Kim has already made statements saying she wants to move on, and now she is dating Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live, and Kanye is only lifting him higher. I don't know why Kanye keeps making this beef so big. If anything, it's empowering Pete Davidson to seem more powerful than he actually is, and it's very frustrating. In fact, it got so weird at one point that he did post a bunch of we're going to go through all the posts. He's deleted these posts, and I've gotten them all saved. But he went and actually posted seemingly a text message that he got from Pete. I can only assume this is Pete D. With the, "You will never meet my children." And as I read this text that he's now revealed to us, it makes Pete look like a good guy. Now, Kanye has this weird, he can't like crop things correctly on Instagram. It's super frustrating. You'd think for such a genius artist, musician, he'd know how to like crop things better, but maybe that's part of the mystique. He wants it all to be chaotic. But we can gather sort of what this says here. You as a man, I'd never get, I assume the next word is, in the way of your children. That or it's a promise. That's a promise is what I assume he said there. How you guys, and again, what I assume here is how you guys go about raising your kids is, and I again assume this is your business and not mine. I do hope that one day, is what I can only assume that is, I do hope that one day I can meet them and we can all be friends. We can all would admit the words I'm adding there seem to make sense. Tell me if you think I'm crazy, but again, reading that again, as a man, I'd never get in the way of your children. That's a promise. How you guys go about raising your kids is your business and not mine. I do hope one day I can meet them and we can all be friends. I mean, good on Pete. That's the best thing you can say in one of these types of situations. And instead, Kanye is screaming, "No, you will not meet my children," publicly, which his kids can read and hear about, and making this a big public feud. And look, Kanye always, look, we're not allowed to call Kanye crazy because I guess he does have some, issues. But Pete Davidson himself said it really eloquently a few years back on Saturday Night Live when they were talking about Kanye and that showing up in the MAGA hat and the whole cast of Saturday Night Live was there. I implore you, look up Pete Davidson Weekend Update bit about Kanye. He said something really fitting because Pete Davidson also has his own mental, issues. He's struggled. And he said, look, you can't use that as a reason to be an a-hole. It's like you can't just use that when you want and ignore the fact that you're a jerk. And that quote is so relevant now of, look, I think Kanye is a musical genius. I really do. I believe his art and, his building his brand and everything. Kudos. Bravo. But this stuff isn't our business, man. And it's sad. And I feel for him because as you go through a lot of these posts, he's like, look, I'm just fighting for my kids. Thank you guys for support of my family. My family means more to me than any other accomplishment in my life. Anyone loves me and my family. If you see Skete in real life, scream at the loser at the top of your lungs and say, "Kim Ye forever." This isn't cool, man. That's harassment. Why are you empowering? This is clearly a fling. I can only assume Kim and Pete are not going to be forever. This is a fling. Kim's over it. She's made it clear. In fact, before I even go through all the other posts, because there's so many, you got to go back and remember. Now, I was on Team Kanye when he was trying to get his kid off TikTok. And Kim finally said something to try and defend herself. But I want to go back this. You can read it all there for yourself if you want to, but pause and read it. But divorce is difficult enough on our children, and Kanye's obsession with trying to control and manipulate our situations so negatively and publicly is only causing further pain for all. From the beginning, I have wanted nothing but a healthy and supportive co-parenting relationship because it is what is best for our children, and it saddens me that Kanye continues to make it impossible every step of the way. I wish to handle all matters regarding our children privately, and hopefully he can finally respond to the third attorney he has had in the last year to resolve any issues amicably. So again, she just wants to move on with her life. She wants a divorce. She's over it. She's there to try and be a co-parent. Now, Kanye has said, you're keeping the kids. I don't know, but when I see headlines like this and I see the stuff he Instagram posted over the weekend, that Pete Davidson is Hillary's ex-boyfriend and floating all this election stuff, it looks weird. It looks weird. So I want to go through some of these because I don't know. I think this is problematic. So here's that, but then also no, you'll never meet my children. Him and Machine Gun Kelly in their Calvin Kleins. No comment. And then it's some weird, again, he doesn't know how to crop things. This allegedly, posting pictures that got Ariana upset. Why he's digging Ariana into this is such a low blow. You weren't there. Mac Miller died, and that was Pete has admitted that's why it ultimately ended, because she was so distraught over that, and he knew it. They both knew it. And for him to drudge this out, again, not a good look. And then we have this post of nothing. You all seen that tattoo, but if I speak up, then I'm crazy. I told you I'm not going to use that one no more. When a garbage man goes to work, you're going to smell like trash. But it's time to take the trash out the house. We'll get to the tattoo in a second. So again, here's another one he's posting with carnage. What is happening? This ain't about Skete. Yeah, right. People, it's about selling you all a narrative. Skete just playing his part in Frozen 3. Except it's not in the theaters. This time it's on Daily Mail. Tell Bob and the entire Disney staff you wasted your money on Star Wars and Marvel, because even though it makes money, you will never control the high schools. No one ever heard a Machine Gun Kelly song, Bob. So he's talking, I assume here, about the fact that Hulu, which is owned by Disney, bought the rights to the Kardashians. But this implication now that this is all Frozen 3, he's going to go into some more conspiracy theories here that Pete Davidson also works for Disney and is a pawn in this to make all this crazy. And so here's the Hillary tattoo. Pete Davidson, I wanted to get this Hillary Christmas gift. I wanted to get Hillary a Christmas gift, so I got a tattoo of my hero. Thanks for being such a, one of the strongest people in the universe. Is this true? Can someone actually tell me if this is true? That he really did that, or is this a joke? But when I tag people, I'm just putting together the web. There are a group of people who run media and the election. Thank God for free speech. So that's the tattoo he's talking about. That's Hillary's ex-boyfriend is Skete. Thank you to all my fans. You have my back. Look at this D-head. I wonder if Instagram's going to shut down my page for dissing Hillary Clinton's ex-boyfriend. Huh? What? And then there's a whole beef with Kim Cootie. I don't want to get distracted, but Kim Cootie really slammed him. I'm a very community-oriented. I love my friends. I love my family. The reason I asked Cootie to at least speak to Skete is because for years, Cootie always made it seem like it was me against him, me and him against everyone. Now that I'm fighting for my family, he's not by my side. This is bigger than music. God, please, this is an older one that he still has up. God, please bring our family back together. And this is just sad. These kids shouldn't be in the middle of this. They should not be in the middle of this. Here he is sort of telling everybody my account's not hacked. He's then also reveals he's going to the Super Bowl. And again, he does this again. That's just... why? Why is he bringing Ariana Grande now into this? And then the Shade Room tweet goes to him. You guys can pause and read these at your leisure. I don't understand what's going on here. Thanks, Shade Room, for always showing love. Thank you for helping me control my own narrative and not writing me off when a team wins the Super Bowl. We don't comment on how sweaty they got or how much pain they suffered in that game. It's about taking home that trophy. So when I get on my gram, I'm not afraid to get sweaty or take a hit for my family. This is not a rant. This is called freedom of speech. I am a form of media. Bezos bought the Wall Street Journal and will still never have this level of influence. And no matter how many dinners he does with my wife and Skeeter, and page 6, stop using bad photos of me, y'all. That whole office would die to go on a date. He's just all over the place. Sometimes he says something interesting. I'm not going to deny that. But especially lack of punctuation, just put a period once in a while. Why are you screaming at me in caps? It's just use that sparingly. But it's so clear he is jealous of Skeeter, and he's jealous of Bezos. He's jealous of all these people by bringing this up, talking about I'm better than you. Someone who's better than them doesn't have to say it out loud. It's just number one rule. Just don't even pay attention to those clowns. Just be yourself, Kanye, but you can't. You're going off and you're upset. And I look, we've all been in love. We've all been upset. But here he is, trending worldwide over the Super Bowl. I didn't wake up and fight for my family to trend over the Super Bowl, but it happened. Super Bowl brings families together for everyone married. Hold your spouse close. Make sure they know how much you love and appreciate them, because there's a Skete lurking in every alley waiting to help destroy your family. Walk around in Calvin Kleins around your children. I wish my wife was with me and our children sitting at the 50-yard line. Kim Kardashian, always remember, West was your biggest W. Now, you are calling her out. You can say you're not, but you are. And it's just frustrating because why are you calling him out? I don't get this. Speaking of the Super Bowl, here he was at the Super Bowl wearing this mask with his kids the whole time. How is he look? Anyway, I shared that because that's just funny. I don't know how he did it. But here he is. Look, this is a knock on Kim. You're calling her out. You are calling her out. You're saying you're not going against her, but you are. You're making this harder on him and the kids. Again, why are you cropping this weird? I'm just getting so frustrated on how he shares things and what's going on. It's all over the place. And that's what we're reacting to. It's not the fact that you're posting 20 times a day, which he's about to complain about. I just remove the spell that people are using. Why does a media outlet get to post 20 times a day? But if I post that amount, there's something wrong. No, it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality. It's all about the quality, man. Not making any sense. These are all over the place and chaotic and sound crazy. And it gets us worried. There's something wrong. Isn't Instagram our own personal media platform? Yeah, say what you want, but can you try and crop the photos correctly and use punctuation? No? Okay. So I can make stages float or set myself on fire, but I better not Instagram too much. As I calmly take my kids to the game, I love being in control of my own narrative. I feel kind of free. Okay. God has a plan. On the day of the Super Bowl, while on his way to the Super Bowl, he's just gloating now that, see, I'm still more relevant than everybody. I'm more relevant than the Super Bowl. Yeah, when you cause drama, is that how you want to be known for? Or do you want to put out an album and be trending? Because you're trending because you're causing drama. That's why you're trending. Let's be honest. Trust Jesus. Okay. And then this comes in. What are you talking about? These memes. Talking about this Disney Frozen 3 thing, which now he's going to get into more detail. Yay! Just what you guys hope for. This is what it means. Disney owns Hulu. Told you. Disney wants to influence a wider age group. Disney assigned the actor Skete to serve in some bigger narrative. Huh? But for some reason refused to give a stylist. He's making a joke. I wrote that last part to be funny. Thanks for... It's always funny when you have to explain the joke. I joke while expressing my side, just like SNL, which is also ganged with Disney. No, they're not. They're in Universal. NBC, Peacock, Universal. It's a completely different entity, Kanye. And it's like what? Bob bought Marvel. Bob Iger. He bought Marvel and Disney. What? He didn't buy Disney. He bought Marvel to gain more influence in the teenage market. Ellen and Hillary have been whispering in Kim's ears for years. Ellen DeGeneres? So Skete been wearing fake Trump hats to ridicule me for not being in my black place as a voter and throwing shots at me about mental health. He's a pawn. Dude, he has mental health issues too. What are you talking about? I'm not crazy. I wouldn't have had such a big impact on culture for the past 20 years if I was. Well, that's necessarily not true. This is the real narrative. Everyone else is afraid. But now that they played with my family, it's up. Okay? So only Kanye's narrative is true. Got it. Just keep that in mind, guys. Whatever Kanye says is right. I don't have beef with Kim. I love my... Yes, you have a beef with Kim. You're mad she's dating Skete. You can't even get your own thing straight. You totally do. You just called her out and said you were her biggest W. It's like you can't even follow how you're all over the place, contradicting yourself. But hey, I'm wrong. Stop that narrative, guys. Okay, yeah, as if we can't have our own take on what you're doing here. I'm not giving up on my family. I bought this coat for Kim before SNL. I thought it was particularly special. I have faith that we'll be back together. I never had anything against Daily Mail. I got love for everyone in the media. And I wish you all the happiness in the world. I speak directly to the media outlets the same way a ball player speaks to the refs. The world is our court. Like a basketball court, in the court of public opinion, we have a public relationship because we are public figures. So the public and to the press, sometimes people call me crazy. But to be in love is to be crazy. Now that's true. About something, and I am crazy about my family. Happy Valentine's. That's what he posted today. And then as we wrap up, thank you guys again. Make sure you go bother them. We already went through that one. Some more memes he posted. This is about him versus Kim Kardashian, which he's crossing the faces off because he thought they were going to be close, and they aren't. And in fact, just to wrap that up, as he got in this beef with Kim, here's the beef explained. He was just mad. He's like, you don't have my back. I thought we were friends, to sum that up. And then what did he do? Well, Kid Cudi goes, this is what Kanye wrote. Just so everyone knows, he will not be on Donda. Because he's friends with you-know-who. We all speak in Billy language now. And I will say that's kind of funny. He is trying to say, oh yeah, like as if you weren't talking about Travis Billy. And it's easy to assume it, but you were wrong, because she didn't call his name out. But it's very clear who you're talking about, Kanye, because you've been saying his name, Skete, over and over again. And then Kid responded, too bad I don't want to be on your album, you effing dinosaur. Ha ha ha. Everyone knows I've been the best thing about your album since I met you. I'ma pray for you, brother. So, like, look, this is getting sad. It's getting sad. His own friends are turning on him. Everybody is. And, again, Kanye, I don't know. You seem to watch this stuff, but probably not for very long. You seem to just check things. I doubt you made it this far. But in case you did, stop talking about him. Every time you talk about Pete Davidson, you empower him to be a bigger person, bigger celebrity, get more clout. You're better than that. Kim's over it. Let her do it. Let move on. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You can't keep screaming at Skete and telling your fans to do that. That's just not cool, man. And showing the messages and DM, like, I think that's so... Why? There's no need. If anything, that backfired. It made me like Pete Davidson more. Seeing this text from Pete, like, it seems way more like Pete's more together than I realized. Seems like a good guy. Who would have thought? So there you go. I don't know what's going on here or what's going to happen. If you want more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for all alerts to stay in tuned. I want to hear your thoughts down below. While you're smashing that like button and leaving a comment, what do you think? Whose side are you on this? Do you think Kanye looks crazy? Are we allowed to call him crazy? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be live today on Valentine's Day. Click on that link on the left and join us for our Valentine's stream, where you can ask romance questions, relationship questions. We got a sexologist on. Join us. Click on the left.